Hello, we're doing the first podcast for GPad. I am the
What's up,
server owner,
guys?
and here is RCMNX, the co-founder. We got Helix with us,
Yes,
and
yes,
he's
sir.
the head staff member. And we got Nikki, who is the trial manager right now, so wish her luck. And we got some members as well, other members. We got premium member Blood War 42. And we got Combat Bird, our advanced member. And he is one of the newer members, probably the newest member here out of all of us. So, how's your guys' day?
That's all right. Yeah, it's doing good.
It's doing good? That's good. At least it ain't bad.
Yeah. So, let's talk about the fires in Oregon. So, how you been dealing with that, Ace?
Oh, yeah. I mean, honestly, it's crazy because there's like two towns, and we got one called Mill City, and the other one is Gates. And I believe people have been saying, and there's been video, so I'm just gonna assume. So I believe that the fire took down Mill City and Gates. Those are
Yeah.
they're not big towns, they're not cities, but they're
Yeah.
small towns. It's probably they have a small population, but the houses is up for it because there's a lot of houses around Mill City that are out there in the country or whatever,
Right.
outside of the city, but it's in the city. I don't know how to explain it, but
How far away is that from you?
that's 45 minutes, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Cause I remember you were telling me about the skies being red, and
It's like Mars. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, bro. It looks like fucking Mars.
Yeah,
And it's weird. I woke up late for work all because of the weather change. Okay, so check it out. So I went to sleep at 10:30 last night, and then I wake up
Right.
at 5:30 for work, and then when I woke up, I think it was at 6. I woke up and it was still dark outside, but I didn't look at the time, but it just felt wrong. You know what I'm saying? It felt like it should be
Yeah.
5:30. I should see some light because light comes out around
Yeah.
that time. So then it's still dark, and I'm like, okay, well, I just assumed it was 4 a.m. or something. So then I went back to sleep and I woke up and it was 6:40 and I'd be at work at 7. And I'm like, I just wake up and I'm like, still dark. And then because I swore I'd been asleep for a while, and then I checked my phone and it's 6:40 and I'm like, motherfucker, it is 6:40 p.m. and I have to be at work at 7. And I look outside and it's still dark.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you that it's the fucking it's because of the smoke. It made everything dark.
Right.
Around the time, and we didn't see sunlight till literally 10 a.m. maybe 9:45 a.m. And then
Now.
it was, since it was smoke, it got really dark.
Right.
So I couldn't see.
So what's the plan if this fire starts getting even closer to you? Are you gonna evacuate, or what are you gonna do? Where are you gonna go?
Well, the plan is to obviously evacuate. I seriously doubt it'll get here because I live in the Polk County area, and it needs to get over the Willamette River first. So
Yeah.
because it's usually coming from the Marion County, which is Salem. It's a city. Salem is the capital of Oregon.
Yeah.
So it's coming from past Salem. And,
Okay.
it can hit Salem, but it has to get over the Willamette River, which is in between Salem and where I live.
Okay, I see. So
it's not a long distance, but it's a pretty far distance. So it would have to get over that first, and
Right.
I don't think it's going to.
So basically, you have a lower chance of getting
and if there is an evacuation, then I don't know where I would go. Probably to the nearest shelter.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna have to find a shelter or something. And plus, you don't have any form of transportation. Where are you gonna get transportation from? Are you gonna do you know somebody that has a car?
Well, you see, my mother has a car, and I don't. So it's like
Yeah.
my mom said, like, if something will happen, you know what I'm saying? And
They
we
come
live
pick
in
you up. Okay, yeah.
California,
Okay,
so
that makes sense.
it's
Dude,
not a
just come
problem.
and move over here, dude. Drive all over here.
Move in Vermont,
Yeah.
yeah, bro.
No, we'll just go move over with Blue. Go to Kentucky.
Oh yeah,
Go to
that's one
Kentucky.
yeah.
But yeah, man, the wildfires, man, that's crazy though. Like, how did they ever say like how that stuff started?
Okay, so I think it was because of a gender reveal party. Somebody you got a bunch of like shit
Oh, I
to like
heard
blow
about
up,
that.
and I believe if I'm right, it was in Oregon
So
No, it was in
what happened? Like
California.
or California, and then the fire
California,
came from
yeah.
California.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
heard about that.
from what
Wow,
I heard, it's a fucking thing.
that's crazy.
Damn, I didn't know you use Facebook, Helix.
Okay. Yeah, Facebook. No, I didn't say on
It
Facebook.
would only be
It's
funny
just big news.
if
It's like,
people knew.
okay,
Maybe.
no, don't even. No, but I
Helix's
it's
gender reveal got canceled, and then he burnt the whole party down.
no,
No, but no,
it's big news.
yeah,
Crazy about they have to pay all the damages and all that just because like you made one simple mistake while revealing some gender, like your kid.
the state's coming after him for all the
Yeah,
damaged
they're
property.
gonna have to pay for a lot of the damages.
Wow, dude, that make them
So,
homeless, dude. They're not gonna have the money
yeah.
for. They're gonna have to file for bankruptcy.
Well, that's what you
There you
get when
go.
you set up like multiple towns on fire.
Yeah.
Completely destroy forests. Like
God
it's
damn,
crazy.
dude.
Like who's gonna pay for all that? Who's gonna be for that?
I agree
Like
100%.
imagine how much people would be pissed at them. They're lucky that they're not getting more shit for that.
Yeah, because like, you imagine all the homes got destroyed from it, and like all the property, like all the loss and damage, like cars and shit.
Right? I'd
Like,
be pissed.
oh, dude, if my house burned, I'd be pissed, dude. So yeah, like, you know, that's crazy. That's a sad situation, like with what happened though, and there's a lot of people being affected from it too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Hopefully, like, hopefully they can get like under control and like, so they don't lose no more houses and stuff, because like people is gonna be homeless from it, like, and they're gonna have to like find like new housing and stuff.
Yeah.
All that.
It's gonna be harder to control because of like the climate, especially with
Yeah,
global warming.
that's a big thing too.
Right, and it's not gonna get any better. Like it's not getting any
Right.
better. So, definitely the reason why it's so hard to control it and why it's so common is definitely from human error. Like
Right.
this wildfire in particular was from human error, from a freaking gender reveal party.
Yeah.
Like that's just stupid. But
Yeah.
like in general, with all forest fires, like it's getting real hot. Like global warming is definitely real. Just
Yeah.
look at Hurricane Laura. Like
Right.
that's crazy. And stuff
Yeah.
like that is
I
going to
know.
get way more common as the seas get warmer. I mean, it's just more fuel for the hurricanes, and especially with all this COVID stuff going on, like it has to hit hard. If it hit harder, I'm pretty sure I heard that it freaking started dying down before it hit the land. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, a lot of these problems that are being caused is from global warming, and it's not going to get any better.
Yeah. Hopefully, like, they should have like teams like on it, like, like bigger teams, like, fighting the fires and stuff. It just hopefully nobody like dies like from the fire or whatever, because that'd be a shame, like to see, like the firefighter, because the firefighters, they put their life on the line for stuff like that, and
Right.
if they're, you know, fighting the fires and they, you know, there's people, if there's people actually dying from it, man, like over a gender reveal party, like that's sad. And, you know, like over a simple mistake like that's definitely going to change the person's life or whatever that did it. And
forever.
yeah, dude, like this isn't just going to go away within a day, because like this is going to be with them probably the rest of their life. And
Right. Yeah.
and that's even if like they can even come back like with the money or whatever. I don't know what the financial situation is with these people, but you know, if they don't have the money, they're obviously going to have to file the bankruptcy, and then like that's going to, you know, leave a mark on their family too. But you know, I don't know. It's just hopefully like, because I know Ace is down in there or whatever, he's close to it, and then because I was looking at those pictures or whatever of like the sky or whatever being orange and stuff, like man, that's like crazy. That's like that's
fake.
wild, dude.
It
Yeah,
looks
like
fake.
yeah, dude. But it looks like an apocalypse, dude.
Yeah.
Like legit, like that last photo you sent of it, dude. Like with the, it looks like looks like literally you're in hell, dude.
Yeah,
You should have seen the pictures before.
Yeah.
Before, Jesus. He sent some other pictures, and they look.
Yeah, where the sky
insane.
is completely red.
Like no, like this was formula red. Like it was red.
Right.
Like it looks Photoshop. Yeah. Oh my God.
I saw
see if
it.
I can pull it up now.
Yeah, dude, I saw it, dude. Like it's insane. Like just from the like, imagine waking up to that and like wondering why is the sky red today?
That's what I was saying today.
Yeah.
Morning, though, it looked super orange / red this morning when I was walking to work. It was like, fuck, dude. I hope the fire, like I was saying, like I hope the fire isn't that close. And then like lighter during the day, and then now it got brighter. So
yeah, I don't know, man. I just hope that doesn't come after your way and then you lose your house. But hope you were talking about that river, like the river.
Well, actually, if if burns down my house, I think they'll just kick me off my lease.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're gonna have to, dude, because there's
There's
left
nothing.
house.
Yeah. What do you guys think of the COVID situation going on?
Yeah, I think I have COVID right now.
This is okay. I feel like this shit was man-made because it just appeared like randomly. That's just my opinion. Like it just appeared out of nowhere.
So in Ohio right now.
Okay, what?
Like in Ohio right now, they in my place or whatever, they mandated masks and like everywhere you go, you gotta wear a mask, and like you know, it's changed like everybody's perspective of life, because like you gotta keep, because people before this virus and stuff, people were so used to like just coming up and talking to one another. Now everybody's just in this constant fear of like not wanting to, you know, go out and do things that you used to. And then like those kind of people, they isolate themselves from people. And, you know, like I delivered to this one that, this woman, she had a gas mat suit helmet on, and she literally sprayed the money that she gave me like with sanitizer, and then like she sanitized the box or whatever. Like it's just the amount of like fear that people's been having over this virus, man. It's crazy. Like, and the sad thing is this is probably gonna last another couple years. Like if because
and as a college student, this is really taking a toll on my classes and whatnot.
Yeah, and everybody's doing like virtual classes and stuff, and you can't just like get rid of the virus just within like, you know, a short period of time, because like you know that there's millions of people that like interact with each other every day. You gotta try to like find a way to get those people to actually wear their mask and like, you know, keep the 6 feet apart, you know, all that bullshit. And there's not everybody that's going to listen to that. And that's where, you know, people get infected, is because when they're not listening to that, and it just makes it prolongs the virus or whatever. And then,
well, the virus is okay. So I don't know if you heard, but you know, like, okay, so a lot of people are saying that the virus, you know, you get sick from it. They say it's not as bad as the flu.
yeah,
Well, it's been proven that people who get COVID, later on, they have some type of like body issues.
right.
I bet it screws up your lungs
Yeah.
real bad. It's like
And,
ammonia, but like way
yeah,
worse.
they were like doing
Pneumonia.
like tests and everything. This person like, they found that somebody started having more problems after they got cured of COVID.
Yeah.
And like they just like saw that in a bunch of patients or whatever. So
I heard there was like people were having like breathing problems too.
Well, what
like,
COVID
from
does is it scars up your lungs. It
Yeah.
basically just scrapes along them, which is why people end up having issues with it, even if they survive COVID. So,
Right. And another thing is like all these news outlets like putting out these numbers of death tolls and stuff. And like my cousin, he works like around, he works in a hospital, and he works around like COVID patients, and the numbers, the death tolls are not all accurate, because like let's say is dying from cancer, and when they catch COVID at the same time from dying of cancer, and then the person dies from the cancer when they had COVID-19, they'll put that statistic as that person dying from COVID-19, which is an accurate reading. That happened. All them numbers that you see, like not all of them are going to be accurate, but you know there is people actually dying from the virus. But just statistics that they're using though is like it's not completely accurate when somebody's dying from cancer and then they actually die from the cancer
what
when
you're
you know they
saying
have
is someone who already has a health issue gets COVID-19 and they
Yeah.
die because COVID-19 made the health issue worse, and then they just
and then
result
they
death
put it
from
as a statistic.
COVID-19.
Yeah, they use that as a statistic for the COVID-19. That's you know that's another. You know, other than and then I've seen there was 3 people in this store, none of them mask on except for the cashier.
Yeah,
And
same thing with me.
yeah, and I think what they're doing is they're trying to scare people into, you know, actually listening to commands or the rules of wearing masks and staying 6 feet apart. But
There's a statewide mandate in my state, and I see not a lot of people wearing masks. I mean, I see people wearing masks, but there's always these families or
right.
groups that never wear their masks, and I bring my mask around just because, you know, it's just I feel like out of place if I don't have one.
Yeah.
You know,
Everyone
I feel like I get weird looks. I feel like everyone just looks down on me, like, wow, this guy's really
oh,
wearing a
this guy
mask.
ain't wearing a mask.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it definitely helps because like I get afraid that I'm gonna get yelled at if I go inside like a place and I
Oh
don't have
yeah,
a mask, and like, but that's really enforced. Like you said, like a gas station, there's people that go in without masks and people
Yeah.
don't really care. But with like federal buildings where I am, they really strictly enforce
Right.
it. I mean, it's a federal building. They're
Yeah.
going to enforce that. So
Yeah.
At my university, there's students who walk around without a mask and whatnot. And outside, it's been told that it's okay, but then they put out like 1 million outdoor classrooms, which is against what they said in the first place. And then I see masks that have filters on them, and what that does is it filters the air coming in, but not the air coming out, which the filter doesn't even take care of COVID. So it's really not wearing a mask at all. It's actually banned in only like one of the buildings here at my campus.
wow.
Wow, that's
Wait,
insane,
that's-
dude. Like that's wild. The
Yeah,
best
so
That's
wearing a
really
filter mask actually does no protection towards your health or anyone else's.
yeah.
Well, don't masks stop you from spreading the cough. It just
Well, that's what it's supposed to do, but if you have a filter on there, let's just say it magically
N95?
stopped COVID coming into you, like it stopped COVID coming into the mask. What about the air going out? That's not stopping the air going out, and everyone else is wearing a regular
Yeah, it's
mask.
not filtering, is what you're saying. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
would an N95 filter?
No, it only filters out other bacteria out of the air. It does not filter out any COVID. Like it will not stop COVID from coming into your mask. It's walking around without a mask on.
Yeah, that's
Hmm.
wild.
That's interesting. I
Yeah,
And
mean,
it's being a huge marketing issue with all these companies claiming that it does whenever they have no scientific proof that it does.
I mean, you know, a lot.
yeah,
It's a
that's the
regular
one I
mask.
wear is the blue one, like the doctor's
Yeah,
looking
so
mask.
Yeah,
that
of course.
one, if you
Yeah.
hold that shit is pretty fucking thin.
Yeah.
And like the
Mm.
sides, like it. So there's like a
It's
little,
great, but the
like,
issue with that
opening.
one is
You know
that it falls apart and the little particles get into your lungs.
One of my
If you wear
coworkers,
it.
well, what at work, like we have a box of them, and we were looking where the masks were made,
Mhm.
and the ones we have there, they're actually made in China, and there's been like there's rumors going around saying that the masks are contaminated with the virus because actually made from China, and with all the shit going on with this however it started in China or whatever, it brings a concern to like, should we actually be wearing these ones? Should we actually make masks? And
So that would be having a black light to it. So when you pull out a mask, use a black light to decontaminate it, as it's said that it kills 99% of it, or at least 95% of it.
Yeah.
And
With a
then
black
another
light?
thing the black light is supposed to
Crazy.
do that. So you
that's
can reuse the
actually a
mask.
good idea. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I mean, you can obviously do your own
with that
research on
black
it,
light?
but that's what it's said to be, and my uncle actually does that.
Oh wow.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I didn't think of that.
The only
That's
issue
like-
of reusing them, is that after a while, the blue mask actually, and little parts of it starts to go into your lungs, and it kind of makes you sick because of that. So you can't really reuse them too many times, but you can reuse them enough
it's not
times
really,
for that.
It's not really
That's why
made
they are
to
disposable.
do that anyway.
Yeah,
It's-
but you can use the black light
it's
to
usually a one-time
decontaminate them.
use. Right.
Yeah.
Those kind of masks, especially the medical surgical masks, those were made for one-time use. Like,
Yeah.
you use it, like,
then you
say
throw it
one time
away.
in surgery, you throw
Yeah.
it away. Like,
That's what we
you
do
use
at
it,
work.
that's not-
Yeah,
Right.
we just throw the mask away. Like when we're done using them, we throw them away.
You're not
Yeah,
supposed
you
to
know,
use it.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm gonna run to the gas station real quick. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay.
So this whole COVID stuff, what do you call it? So they made us wear N95 at my work for a while, and I hated that shit because
Hey,
I wear a hat backwards, and for me, oh yeah, and I also wear a face shield. Forgot about that. Wow, they gave me a face shield and a mask. So I have to wear the face shield and the N95 mask, which is hard to breathe because it's hard to breathe out of the N95 mask as well as the face shield right in front of you. So the N95 mask sucks because every time I had to take them off, well, I mean, I think it was easy to take them off. It was just hard to put them back on. It took longer because I had to put my hat on, that I had to put my face shield on, and then all that stuff.
There was this one time I delivered to this guy. Yeah, I delivered to this guy, and this guy was a COVID. Heavy. I was looking at the guy, and like he told me to have a nice day, and he told me, don't get any closer because he has COVID-19. This guy, dude, he looked so sick. He looked like death, dude. Like you'd think this guy was like suffering from cancer, just the way this guy came out. But you could just see it in his face, like the way it was draining him, and it stuff like that, like it's sad. And this guy, it was an older guy too, and I don't know what his like medical history is, but like it's sad to see something like that, like from somebody, and they can't leave the guy was on he told me he was mandated to stay in the house or whatever, like he was leave. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's happening all over the world, and as long as people like keep with the social distancing and the mask, it'll breeze over. It's just I think there's like a 14-day period or something like that.
No, you're supposed to do that, yeah,
something like that. It might be longer. I could be wrong.
Honestly, it fluctuates between 10 to 14 days, even 7 days sometimes. But like some places aren't taking it as seriously. So when I got up here into my dorm, I had 3 in-person classes, 1 online, and then 2 of them went online. So now I only have 1 in-person class, but it's 220 students. And then the issue, thinking about everyone else breathing around you, and they keep pulling down their mask to get a fresh breath of air.
Like the smaller particles can slip right under the face shield.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Us in this one room.
Also, there's anytime you order anything off the internet, like your packages are delayed because of the virus and stuff. I ordered something off eBay the other day, and literally it was from France, and I think they gave me a message. They said it'd be like a month to get it over here. Usually it doesn't take that long, like if it wasn't for the virus. But I think what it is because people are getting like they're filing for unemployment, or they're just not feeling safe to work like during the virus and stuff. That's another thing, like with this COVID.
Yeah.
But I noticed like one of my coworkers, he was telling me how people were actually making more money on unemployment than they are actually working because of the virus stuff.
Well, that
And
stuff is gone. That extra 600, nobody gets that anymore.
oh, it's gone. My coworker
Yeah.
was telling me about it today, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like,
Coworkers
you
been
know,
living under a rock.
yeah,
I mean, that's been going on for years, though.
Yeah.
That's been going on for a long, long
Yeah.
time.
The extra 600?
Yes, like it's been going on for a very long time. Whenever people were still making 4,600 just sitting at home, classified as unemployed.
I thought they only added it because of the COVID. I thought that was the COVID relief.
It's just that there was more people doing it, and it was just such a high number of the population versus of who actually did it before. That's why they started mandating it a little strict. I guess stricter is the correct word. So yeah, that's why not as many people get that.
You want to know something messed up? Like at my work, I think we have 15 stores in our franchise. This is rumor. I heard this from somebody in the store. But we have 15 stores in our franchise, and every one of them except for 2, including the one I'm working in, did not get a $2 raised hazard pay. And the store that I'm working in is one of the highest selling stores in the franchise, and they didn't give that store a $2 hazard pay from like back when they were still doing it or whatever. And I worked through the whole like back from when it started. I didn't go off and I decided to just stick through it. But it's kind of weird like how they would let all these lower producing stores get like a $2 hazard pay, but like one of the highest producing stores in the franchise, they don't get the $2 raise, and they're going out seeing more people, like delivering to more people and stuff. And it doesn't make any sense to me. And all these other stores like Kroger and stuff, like they also got a $2 raise or whatever when they were still giving it out. Yeah, the hazard pay,
which is what they should have gave to me at my work, because we were working around the COVID because it happened at my work.
Right. And there's places that like not everybody got the hazard pay, and it's sad too because like
do it because they didn't have to give hazard pay.
Yeah, the healthcare workers are the ones that deserve it, dude.
Oh yeah,
healthcare workers and first responders.
Yeah, those are the ones that only need it because like they're actually dealing with people like and they're putting their lives on just to help somebody,
Yeah.
I just wonder how the Army's actually handling this. I don't think we've actually heard that as civilians of how they're actually handling this and what they're actually doing to make sure each soldier is okay.
Oh yeah, they're probably giving them tests.
Maybe before they go home.
Yeah.
And before they go out.
That's true. So they could contact it in between.
Now that's just a guesstimate. So nothing there is confirmed. It's just a guess. But I really don't understand what they're doing or don't know what they're doing to protect their units and their soldiers.
I don't know. So what do you guys think about the Black Lives Matter movement?
I agree with the BLM.
Yeah, I agree. Like, on some aspects of like how people are like protesting and stuff, but like when it comes to like destroying people's property, that's where that's where I disagree at. People have the right to protest, but not go out and destroy other people's things because like that just defeats the purpose.
Right, and even inside that right, what I was about to say too is that even in that right, if you look it up actually in the law, it says peaceful protest. It can only be a peaceful protest. If it's not a peaceful protest, if it's not a peaceful protest, it's not connect. My goodness, it's too late. It is not protected under law.
Right. But there's just people, like some people, they just do it just to go out and destroy stuff. And it's sad because, like, I saw this story of this one guy. He had a store and everything. Like he was, his whole life was or he's selling, it's a gas station, I think it was. And he was making his life savings off of this gas station. These protesters came in, they destroyed the whole store or whatever, and his truck. And you can see, like, someone had a video of it, of the guy, just crying or whatever, like, of how his store got destroyed. And it was sad. Like, the guy didn't ask for it. The guy didn't even do nothing to deserve his store to get destroyed. It's defeating the purpose of the movement. Like, if you have a right to fight for a movement, but if it's gonna be destroying other people's stuff, like, that's when the movement becomes, it defeats the purpose. The purpose is for change, not to make things worse. But I don't know. That's just how that's what people do, though. Everybody has their own opinions on it, though. And, obviously Black lives do matter. That's obviously common sense. But, like, you shouldn't, be going out destroying other people's stuff.
Well, my whole thing of Black Lives Matter is they are have you seen all these police shootings? All them cops killing them innocent black people, bro.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing that too, and that's sad, dude. Like, I understand, like, cops when they have to shoot somebody, that's when, because of someone being and stuff like that. But if they're just going out, shooting somebody no reason, that's nonsense.
Well, have you heard about what happened in North Carolina when there was a 5-year-old boy who was shot in the head just because of his color, and he's white?
Yeah, I heard about that, and that in itself was a selfless crime, and like, that it's not right. And my opinion, like, there's evil everywhere, like in every race known to man or whatever. Like, there's gonna be some form of corruption. And that little kid that lost his life or whatever, he didn't do nothing. It was obviously something wrong with the guy that shot him. And I guess I don't know if that guy's gonna get the death penalty from that, or I don't know.
I really haven't looked too far into the story other than what I saw at the headlines, as I usually don't read the news.
And apparently that guy that shot that kid, this guy, he went over to the father's house and had dinner with him. Literally the day before, like the day before he came up and killed this kid. Like, I don't know if he was doing it to, like, get information from the people there at the the get together or what, but the father invited this guy into the house and had dinner with him, and then the next day he just went up and shot him right in the head. Like, what's the sense in that?
There's none.
There is none. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's just senseless killing, and, like, it's not getting anything done. And the guy ruined his own life. Like, now he's going to be either in prison for the rest of his life, or he's going to be on death row, and then he's going to be dead.
Well, you go to prison to go on death row. You wait 25 years.
Yeah. So he ruined his own life, and that was his own stupidity. and he took an innocent child with him.
Yeah, that's all messed up, man.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's just fucked.
And what's even better is I'm actually taking a Texas politics and history course right now. So politics are going up the wall and everything, and I have to keep on track with that.
Yeah.
But all the topics are literally just the same topics over and over: COVID-19, Black Lives Matter. And I'm not trying to deliteralize any of those topics. It's just that it's a repeating cycle.
Right. Yeah, I agree. No matter what, though, like, there's always gonna be some form of corruption. Like, no matter how hard people push for, there's always gonna be bad in the world, but you just gotta look at the good and go with that. Like, because there's bad people all over the place, and that in itself has no gender attached to it. It's everyone, and it's not all police departments either, but like there is corruption in the police department, but not like in all counties. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
But it's just, you got to look at the situation, and you got to take the time and have an open mind and like take both sides of a story. You can't just like because there was this woman I saw on the internet. She posted a video, or she posted something on Facebook, and it was a dash cam when she got pulled over or whatever, and she tried to say the cop was a racist, this and that. And I guess after this woman posted her little 10-second clip or whatever on Facebook, the police department, they ended up releasing the whole dash cam. And it turned out that this woman was giving the cops a hard time the whole time from the stop. And, she was calling them racist, even though like the cops didn't even, have nothing to do with they didn't even say anything prerogative towards her. They were just telling her to like step out of the car, and she wouldn't listen. And then they ended up arresting her or whatever. But it's stupid shit like that when somebody, when somebody's trying to, make it worse. Like, you recorded the officer and tried to say they were racist and put it on Facebook or whatever.
Yeah, basically, like I forgot the word. It's just basically you're asking for it,
Yeah.
You're
But,
trying to make it a lot more worse than it has to be.
yeah.
Than it is.
Right.
Yeah.
I just came back from taking a shit, so.
Oh, that's a great thing to say on the podcast.
Yeah, but say.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's the next topic of the day. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, how my poop, man.
But I mean, if you all have any questions for university students right now, I mean, I'm kind of right here, and I'm just saying my side of it.
So, okay, first off, like, are you a sophomore right now?
Yeah, yes, sir. I am a sophomore in college.
So, was it the same like last year, or was it different?
So what happened last year, whenever spring break came around, whenever COVID came to the U.S., I actually got stuck inside my college dorm, and my roommate went back home. So I was stuck here all by myself. And
was that your choice?
It wasn't really my choice, as I couldn't move in with my parents. They were sick with another thing. They were sick with ammonia and bronchitis. So they had a fun time with that and whatnot, and I couldn't really move in with them. Plus, it's 600 miles from where I am right now. So I was kind of stuck at my dorm. And I just did my classes, and then, I mean, you can't go out and hang out with people. So what I did, I just hopped on Discord, which is what we're on right now. Just hang out, talk to some people, get some human contact. and then oh crap, there's an assignment.
Right.
But that's basically sums up what my experience was, other than pretty much loneliness, trying to find some form of human contact.
Right. It's been hard for everyone.
Yeah.
So.
And now I kind of know how to do it and actually stay on top of my studies. So this semester should be better, but I give it to the end of next week until my last in-person class goes back online.
Okay. Have they been giving you any like aid throughout this time?
Not
like
really.
Any extra benefits?
I mean, they were really pushing on keeping football around and whatnot, but then they finally took it off our tuition, so that was awesome.
Okay.
But other than that, there's no real aid other than what there was before. Like, of course, you have the Learning Center, which is a tutoring center for students. They in person and online. Last semester was only online. They've closed the garbage rooms inside of the dorms, so you have to walk out to the dumpster now, which is going to be kind of terrible with all this winter coming. But I mean, there's not too much more aid other than that.
I'm not gonna ask you what college or university you go to if you don't want to say, but like how much people go there, like.
Oh, there's more than like last year there were more than like 30 to 40,000 of us in total.
Jesus.
Damn, dude. Wow.
So you're at a big university, huh?
Yes, I am at a very large one. I am in Texas, so I am
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so I mean, I go to school and I go home inside of the same state, but it's kind of huge. But yeah, so there's a lot of us here, and there's even more now because apparently some seniors, like 85% of last year's students, dropped all courses. They just withdraw from the semester.
Wow.
And now they're back, and there's more because the people who did drop and were seniors and juniors decided to come back. Plus, we have incoming freshmen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
so
crazy. That's not going to help anybody.
It's record high right now.
Yeah, I bet it is. Jeez.
And when I came up here, I was talking to my advisor, and she told me there's no more in-person classes on campus. They're all booked. I was just like, seriously?
I know it's surging in Texas, all of Texas.
Well, why would you want to go to in-person class?
Because online courses don't really. Some of us are better at learning in face-to-face instead of online because
that's me.
The instructor does not really. You don't get as much one-on-one time, or you do not get as good as instructions from an online class because it's more of self-pace.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then all my classes.
I personally like being in in-person class.
Of course.
I think I cannot pay attention at home, especially when a lot of my work is based on at home. I cannot focus at all. I very much struggle doing stuff. I almost failed last year because they shut down school mid-year, and they brought all that work online, and I could not keep up with it at all.
Exactly the same here. They threw all my classes online, and that was my first experience with online classes.
Right.
And it was all at once, and then I basically got, I think, 2 C's and 2 B's or even 1 B. I have to double check my transcript, but it sucked because that was my first time experience online courses, and it was in the middle of a pandemic. None of the instructors would actually reply to the emails. They would say read the textbook or read Blackboard or whatever.
Yeah, for I'm still in high school, so
it's a little
I was doing good. Well, yeah, but the thing is, I was doing good when I basically had like two B's and the rest were A's. And when I got set online, like they dropped real fast. And I'm saying right now, like when school ended, gave me extra 2 weeks to finish all my shit, and I jumped
Well,
on
that
that
was a
and I
luxury I
tried.
wish I had.
Yeah.
I
Well,
had
I
two B's, two A's, and I was doing okay, not too bad. And then they did that. I finished the semester just on the skin of my teeth. But all assignments were due when they were due. And
right.
then they made you download a program in order to actually take the final, which locked down your entire program. I didn't just download it. And once I was trying to take my final, it crashed my entire computer.
Wow.
So my
That's
final came back as a 0. I tried talking to my instructor. I finally was able to take it again, but yeah.
that's stupid. But like, yeah, I didn't really have complications with like internet or whatever. It's just I could not focus. And the thing is, like, it sucks because it's gonna look bad on my transcript. Like I am just relying. I'm hoping that they could give me like the compensation. Like, oh, this
I
stuff
think they
started
will.
happening.
Honestly,
They better.
I think colleges are actually going to take a little easier on you guys whenever they see that part of your transcript. They're going to be like, okay, that's when COVID.
Right.
Let's look at the rest of the years because that year was sucky for everyone.
Right, they better, because if they don't give any compensation, that's crazy. Especially when COVID started hitting, I felt like a bunch of bad events happened in my life after COVID hit, and not only did all this COVID stuff stress me out, like a bunch of other stuff, including school at home, stressed me out, and I just had so much going on. The same time, I had to finish my work, and for me, it's hard enough as it is because, like I said, I can't focus, and it's just it would be so unfair. Give me the comment much recently, but I did last summer. Hopefully, I can get some in North Carolina. One of my dream schools, like above dream schools, if you could go above that, would be the one in Hawaii of I don't know, Manoa or something like that.
You can't
University of
even
Manoa.
pronounce it.
I don't remember, but
You're not going to major in beer and girls, are you?
no, no. No, that was back then. I wanted to major in astronomy, but I reality hit me. It's kind of really competitive, expensive, takes a lot of time. So I'm going to realistically go for environmental science and engineering. And
Yeah,
a lot of colleges offer that, like a lot.
yeah.
And
I'm
it
personally
was hard for
for
me.
civil engineering. I was going to do astronomy, but then I realized how much time it
Yeah,
took
I know,
away from your
right?
personal life. Like you would basically be on call. You would never see your family at all. So I was just like,
Right,
probably not going to go for that. So I found
right.
a nice middle ground with civil engineering. Maybe take a look at that if you ever want to. But in all honesty, it just sucks how COVID is actually affecting school and whatnot. But there's not much we can do about it other than try to focus on the positive and get through it.
Right. I mean, I can't really think ahead because anything could happen at this point. I mean, 2020 has been crazy. Anything could happen, and I really can't plan ahead. I don't know after I finish my senior year here because school for me starts this Friday. And we go there in person for the orientation. Or not
Right.
orientation, just the first day of school. And I just want to see how that turns out. Honestly, I have no idea how this is going to work. I still don't know. I'm just going to go there and see. But
Yeah.
I'm just hoping. No, you know what I'm wondering? I'm wondering if I should take a break after I graduate high school. And
I would highly not suggest that, because colleges, once they see you take a break after high school, it's one, really hard to get back into studying. Two, it really does hurt your financial aid and your opportunities of actually getting into it with scholarships. Yeah, it does. I've been in school since August 24th, I believe, or somewhere. Sorry, 21st, or somewhere around that time. So us university students, we've been doing school hardcore, even with COVID going on. So it's just, you have to, because it's not a year. You don't get an entire school year. You get half of that. You get a semester to get all your work done. So if we took the rest of August off and started whenever high school was going to start up again, we probably would all fail. We wouldn't be able to actually know the material or have any idea of what the instructor was saying on some questions during a final.
That's true. I mean, I was, the reason I thought of that is taking like a year break is because like if the price for going to college, especially in most colleges, is the same, but you're getting less than what you would, because basically a big part of it is the college life, and you know.
That's kind of a no-brainer now because it's like COVID. But what you could do to save some money is taking your basics at junior college. Don't get an associate's degree. In my experience and what I've heard is that it's not that much better than a high school diploma. Now, that's what I've heard from employers and other people who are like that. But if you're going to go to college, get a bachelor's at least.
Yeah, I plan on doing that. Hopefully, I can afford. I'm in a college prep program called Upward Bound, Trio Upward Bound. I don't know if you've heard of that, but hopefully that's gonna up my financial aid, and I might get like scholarships and grants for that. They're like a real big help, and I hope that like that will help me. Obviously, I'm gonna just not fully rely on them, but like
No battery. Charge.
Jesus, good show. Yeah. Because I'm first generation. I'm a first generation student, so
yeah.
They've been helping me, and hopefully that will cut down on the cost. I just want, not to be in debt. That's everyone's dream, That's what everyone wants. But I don't want to be in debt for a long period of my life just for something like I've been doing at home when I could have been doing a lot more for the same price, But that's just why I said, let's take a year break. But I'm probably not going to. But that's just the thought in my head, and that's what I said before. I can't really think ahead and plan ahead because anything could happen. This could get worse. This could get better. It could stay the same. I really don't know. I really don't know.
That's why I kind of am thankful for last semester, because it showed me how to actually take care of online classes. Now I know how to work ahead and get the assignments done ahead of time. So if anything happens, my work's already finished. It's already done. But I mean, each time they hold the thermometer straight to my head, I feel like it's a Glock or some kind of pistol or something.
Right.
If you have some kind of fever, plus I'm in Texas, so it's obviously hot whenever it's not winter. So if you have any kind of high temperature, no matter, and I don't have a car, so I use a skateboard to get around.
There, Jesus.
So if I have a high temperature at all, I'm fucked. And then not only that, students are supposed to put a form in that say which students are actually experiencing it, like sneezing, coughing. But that's based off the students not lying. just get one out of the dorm or whatever. Luckily, my roommate and I are pretty cool. So I'm just imagining other roommates who don't necessarily like each other.
Yeah, that's some good sabotage. Jesus.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's other situations you could use this in too. Like if you have another student inside the same classroom as you who's not wearing his mask or her mask, you could also use it there. It's just really scary. It turns everyone kind of against each other.
Right.
My
God, it makes college a lot more stressful than it already is.
Yeah.
There's a study like people's stress levels in college went up by like 80%. Like holy
it
crap!
went past 80.
Thought...
It went past 80. Personally, last semester it went past 80. That stuff went from like 15% straight to over 9,000. Like I actually have a few gray hairs and whatnot now.
Dude,
Not too many,
I thought college
obviously,
was stressful. Yeah, I thought college was stressful before. Like, God, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I was caught. Corona shit caught me at a bad time.
Yeah.
Caught us
I
all
just
at a
feel
bad
bad
time.
for all the graduates and all the seniors, whether they were in high school or they graduated from college or whatever they may have graduated from. That just sucks what happened last semester where they just couldn't graduate in the Zoom meeting. And then corporations decided to fire and let everyone go in Zoom meetings. So it's just really screwed up.
Yeah, I felt really bad. What's up?
I honestly didn't mind it at all. I'm a high school graduate myself, and I didn't really mind it at all. Because, I mean, my school, they actually did like little, like short graduation thing. It was only it was just like 15 minutes though, because, like we had to do social distancing, so.
Yeah.
That was like around the time where it was like more serious than it is now. I mean, it's still serious, but like I feel like people don't take it as serious anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like what my mindset is right now is, so I understand my generation or a lot of kids these days are saying it doesn't affect me, or it most likely won't, so I'm just going to go down to the beach or go down to the bar or whatever. Now, honestly, if I didn't have a family who was at high because of it, like I have older parents and then like grandparents and a great grandmother who actually is 103, 105 now. But honestly, if I didn't have my family, I probably would maybe do the same, but it really depends on how everything would have gone. Again, that's in a hypothetical sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. But going back to like how Corona affected like senior, when I was a junior, my girlfriend was a senior, and I didn't go to. Well, obviously I was a junior in prom only for juniors and seniors, so I haven't been to prom.
Right.
But I felt so bad for my girlfriend because prom was fully canceled, and we did like a graduation where literally you drive up to the stage, you get out, and like you get your freaking diploma, take a picture, and get back in the car, and you're on your way, legit. So but
that was
at least
a lot
they had
faster
that.
than mine.
At least it wasn't online. Jesus Christ! But I felt really bad because she wasn't able to go to prom. She went to prom by herself junior year, and it's just I felt so bad. I think I'm not going to be able to go to prom at all. Maybe.
I believe my high school graduating class numbers were 4,000 or 5,000. Yeah, so it was a pretty big high school. But let me tell you, it was quite long. Waiting for your diploma.
Only 700 people go to my high school. Jesus. Live in Texas. I've seen a lot of like videos of high schools in Texas and schools in Texas. It's crazy. Oh my God, I've seen freaking Looks like a mall. But anyways, yeah, it just sucks. It sucks so bad. We still try to make it worth. We had like our own private prom at like my house. We still dressed up and all that, and took pictures and all that. So it didn't. We didn't totally not go to prom, but I'm just saying for a bunch of those people, like everywhere, everyone graduating, especially from college too. It's just like that must suck. Like,
Oh yeah, that definitely would suck.
like
I know my college, what my past student president did. He invited people to the front lawn of his house that he had in college town, though most people already went home or withdrew from the classes. Though he would allow people who were there and who were graduating to stand 6 feet apart from him on his front lawn wearing masks. And he had this thing in his front yard saying, for the graduates and whatnot. But that's basically it. It was basically a little online meeting congratulating everyone. They made a few YouTube videos, and you were able to pictures with the past student body president at the time.
wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy. I bet there's so many different stories that everyone has. It's just
Yeah.
a big thing. RCA. No, I guess he's dead. But hey,
I'm here. What up?
oh,
You didn't fall asleep,
what-
did you?
No, I'm here. I'm just watching the internet.
Yeah, we're having a podcast right now. You're supposed to be engaging.
Ace probably fell asleep. You could already tell he did.
Yeah, definitely.
Probably did, dude.
He fell asleep.
No doubt.
Yeah, I know Blood War actually left. So he said he was going to go get something from the gas station. And
Yeah,
then
he
pretty
went
much
to
just
go get.
left.
Yeah, he
Dude,
went to
reminds
go
me of
get.
my dad.
He went to go
Anyway.
get some gas station food.
Hey yo.
Yeah.
Hey yo.
But yeah, that's basically the life of COVID-19 university students. It's kind of a scary one right now.
I
Yeah,
can't wait
to be
till all this
honest, I am-
shit's over, dude.
For real. Like, I don't know if I'm like over now or not like right now, but like I have shortness of breath right now. So
Yeah.
Dude, I
have shortness of
literally
breath right now.
just went to a lung doctor today for shortness of breath. They
Dude,
said that I was 23% like higher. I don't know how she put it. Like 23%.
Shortness of like higher than what your average age
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
And speaking
I
of
don't
like
know.
packages and whatnot being delayed, I actually just finished building my new desktop because my laptop. I needed a new desktop because I had 3 desktop components, and then my laptop was literally burning through the plastic.
God damn.
So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get myself this because buying a brand new laptop right now probably would be the same price, and it came about $400. I already had the power supply, the graphics card, and then a SSD, and I just bought everything else. Now it's a pretty nice build, and it's working well, and it's not smoking, so we're good.
That's cool, man.
There you go.
Yeah. And I have plenty of stuff for school and whatnot.
Oh.
6 cores.
Hey, Zesty Lord. Welcome to the podcast.
Oh,
What up, Zesty? We're having a podcast right now.
oh my goodness. Oh, hello. Hello,
Yeah.
everyone. How are
What
you
up?
all doing?
Hello.
We
We're
are
doing
good.
fine.
That I am very grateful for. I am glad that you're doing well.
Yeah.
We're
just
talking
having,
about. We're having
yeah, we're having
boring conversations.
Oh
Yeah.
no, boring conversation.
That's not something you want to say during a podcast.
No, you know what you gotta do? You know what you
No,
gotta
we're
do to
having
make it.
conversations about Corona or
Well, you know
COVID-19.
what you gotta do to make it less plain Jane? You just gotta use a fantastical.
You just
like,
gotta grab it by the balls and see where it takes you.
Oh, he just said
or
that.
like
Here we go.
multitudinous. You know, you can make this very fantastical pod.
Yeah, we were just talking about high school students and university students' actual experience. Says classes. Like I'm a university student, and there's another high school student in here right now, just talking about how that's actually affecting our classes and our school.
That's me.
Yeah.
Lexi.
So Zesty,
Yes.
how has COVID-19 affected your personal life?
Honestly, I would just say that it's made. I don't know. There hasn't been that much of a difference for me, but I've noticed with some of my friends and stuff that like there's not you can't do as much anymore, which really sucks. But online school, so it's not that big of a difference.
There you go.
Than it was before, so.
Honestly, it feels like it's always like 24/7. It's night and things open.
Yeah, that's a really good.
And speaking of night, it's actually 11:30 my time, and I have a class at 10 a.m. So
well,
I'm gonna have to go ahead and leave you guys here.
Yeah.
All right,
well,
dude.
I hope you
Okay,
rest
calm
well, get some good sleep, and have a nice dream.
Thank you guys so much. Well, you guys have a good one, and I'm sorry I couldn't stay here for the whole podcast, but I hope everything goes well.
All right, hey, see you later, calm back.
All right, catch you guys later.
I hated that guy. No, I'm kidding.
Shut up, Felix. You're supposed to say he's a good person. Combat's pretty cool. That was the first time I got to talk to him.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy.
Oh, right. I was gonna put yes. I got.
I can't say the same about that whole. It feels like night all the time for me because when I go to work at Walmart, so I can literally buy groceries and all that there.
Right.
Just get whatever I need.
Do you get up and then you feel like you're gonna vomit?
No.
Never. Sounds like motion sickness.
No,
Yeah.
it's like sometimes when I eat, I get really, but I think that's just because I used to have an eating disorder, so my body is like, okay, it's time, but I'm like, no, not anymore, you know.
Gee.
So.
Well, I don't know personally.
Yeah,
but,
no,
but I know what you mean.
I'm just talking how I talk, and I'm sorry. It sounds like I'm saying
no,
like,
that's fine.
oh, I see. It sounds like I'm assuming everyone's been through what I've been. But
no,
obviously
it's okay.
Not.
No, it's fine.
Now,
I get
where
what
did I put myself? Oh, there it is. Yeah. All right. What is everyone's favorite type of movies, like genre of movies and shows and stuff?
Movies?
Or shows, or film, or cinemas, or anything.
What was that one?
Or books.
Hey Earl or whatever. My name is Earl or something. That's like the most blandest show. No, I'm joking. My favorite show. I don't really watch too much TV. I usually just browse the internet. Like that's my form of entertainment.
Okay, then that's
I
really
did,
great, but housing, like educational things, fairies.
No, just like what?
Okay. Yeah, what kind of porn do you watch? Do you watch a MILF? Do you watch
you watch a MILF midget porn.
Oh, he just said that. This is a podcast.
Oh my god. No,
How long is this podcast been going on for, dude?
I don't know, dude, like an hour.
Okay, we're gonna have to wrap this up soon. But yeah, this is
but-
the last topic we're going over. I
What point?
So,
I don't.
anyways, Mythbusters is one of my favorite like shows that when I did watch TV, it was Mythbusters. But I don't even know if they're making the show anymore.
No, too much knockoffs. They had like a failed attempt at making like all the. Oh wait, never mind. I thought you said Ghostbusters.
You're a ghost.
Yeah, I don't really watch any much. Oh, I just messed up my sentence. I don't watch much TV shows. I haven't had cable in like a couple years. So, yeah, with TV shows.
That's
Dude, I have cable.
Okay, I don't have cable. I just watch Netflix and like streaming.
The reason why
like
we have
Amazon
cable,
Prime and Hulu and all that.
the reason why we have cable is because that's the only way that we get our internet in Jefferson County. So it's we have to. You have to have cable to have internet.
That's
Bro.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
But I mean, the internet's like pretty good, so it's
Yes.
whatever.
Indeed.
Yeah, I've
The type
basically replaced all TV in my life with the internet because like you can literally go on YouTube and watch whatever you want. Like you don't have to like try to find shows or whatever. You can just search whatever you want to watch.
Yeah.
And
You guys want to know a random useful thing to do if you're sick and you feel like your nose is plugged?
throw yourself off a cliff. No, I'm
No,
joking.
hold your breath.
Oh, yeah.
You hold your breath till you can't hold your breath anymore, and then it causes your body to turn on your adrenaline, which will clear your sinuses.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Let me try it right now.
I use that shit for like hiccups and stuff. If I get hiccups, I'll hold my breath for as long as I can, and then usually they
with
go.
hiccups, the point of doing that is basically to try to derive your attention from something else, because hiccups are basically like if you're aware of them, then you'll have more of them.
Yeah,
it's your diaphragm freaking spazzing out.
Yeah. But basically, if you use all your like brain power to like focus on some random thing, then like for example, one I've always done since I was a kid is you hold your breath and you keep taking breaths in every time you feel like you have to breathe. And you try to put your pointer fingers as close as you can to each other without them touching.
I usually just jerk off.
No,
I'm kidding.
I don't know that. I mean, if it works for you, then that's great. I don't know.
Yeah, I usually get hiccups at a restaurant, so.
He just wants somebody to come over there.
I mean, at least there's lots of people, so it's not like you have to use a computer.
You better hope the table doesn't see through.
That reminds me of my sister's grade 6 class, and there was some kid that was from Russia named Vlad, and he would randomly jerk off in class all the time. And
Vlad,
wow!
In 6th grade?
Yeah.
Oh.
That is so
weird.
Oh, hey-o.
Heyo.
He was a strange Russian kid, and
all you hear is just
literally, my sister would tell me. She would tell me stories about like she'd be sitting and you'd hear like heavy breathing and like the weird sounds and.
Is everyone finished drawing their trees? This is good. Like, what are you doing under your desk? Oh, I'm sharpening my crayons.
Sharpening my crayons. I'm blowing up a balloon.
Oh, what the?
Blowing up a balloon with a pump. Oh my god. What a wonderful conversation this went to.
Yeah, we shouldn't be talking about this.
Alright. Okay. But yeah, I gotta go because it's my sister's birthday and it's cake time right now. So
Oh,
yeah.
wonderful.
Happy birthday to sister, and
happy
shake it more what you
birthday.
playing with.
Oh my. Yeah, for sure.
Well, enjoy the rest of your time. I don't with your podcast or something.
Oh, thank you.
I will try.
We enjoy
Bye.
time here.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. That fucking bitch, dude.
I know that.
Whoa!
Hey yo. Well, on that note, I think that's the end of this podcast. I think this podcast has been going plenty long. Thank you for the people that have survived and are still here. To Chris, the one and only Chris. He's my homie. We got RCA. He's not so much my homie.
Shut up.
Loser. And Ace is currently passed out.
He passed out because he jerked off too hard.
And we either jerked off too hard, passed out from the smoke, or his roommate was just fed up with him and just murdered him on the spot. No, we don't know.
I do want to leave this on the record for you, Helix. Helix, you do need to lose the weight.
How about you man up and pay for your own car, okay? Have your parents paying for your car.
No, I paid for my car. What are you talking about? Shut up.
What do you mean? You better stop. This guy, you're lying.
You idiot.
Well, all right. Shut the. All right. For the end of the podcast, you're gonna have to do the thing. You have to do the outro.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do it. Okay. You guys ready for this?
Yes.
All right. Here we go. All right.
Oh my.